Holy shit. That's my first impressions on episode 10 of Nisekoi's second season. I remember reading this episode, well, how it was adapted into the anime from this manga. I remember reading this chapters, and this stuff was emotional. Seriously. This was unexpected development for Shu, where we had Shu getting his heart broken. He had someone he loved since they started high school, and they're in their second year, and I'm pretty sure they're close to halfway or so in their school year, but he's loved someone that long. And this is Shu, the guy who's so random, and he's always setting up Raku and all them for hilarious antics or trying to help out his childhood friend. And to see this side of Shu it throws you off balance. Comparing this episode to the last one, this is definitely an improvement, because instead of following Raku and all them, it's actually solely based on Shu. We have appearances of the main cast and all that, but it's mostly based on Shu. We have amazing development for him, and I can't express how emotional this episode was. Because Shu was in love with someone he could never obtain, a flower, as he put it, and he didn't want to confess, because she was getting married next month and then she'd be quitting her job. As we all know, because you've most likely seen this episode of Nisekoi's second season, Shu was in love with their teacher, Miss Kyoko, and she's a little younger than 30 and everything, but he's been in love with her since he got into high school. It was like love on first sight, and he was never able to confess. She's an unattainable flower. And then she announced, after he was helping her out with like moving stuff, she announced she was getting married, and he didn't show it on his face, but you could feel his heart being crushed. He knew she was unattainable, but this just solidified it, and I felt bad for Shu. I honestly did. This episode of Nisekoi second season just... God. The feels in this. Personally, I like Shu, because he's so random and he's all that, but just the development we got for him was amazing. It truly, truly was. It's sad to see that this season's only getting 12 episodes instead of 20 like the previous one, but it's still moving at a nice pace, and Shu got development, and you actually have people caring about Shu, like Ruri Chen is definitely concerned about him and all that. And then Raku, the guy, the densest motherfucker you'll ever meet. He knows he's dense. He doesn't understand people unless they tell him what they're feeling and all that. But for Shu, since he's been his childhood friend, he can tell when Shu is lying every so often. Like, he can't tell it 100%, but he knows there'll be times where he's like, hey, this person's lying. Like the time when they were in 6th grade and Shu's mother was in the hospital, he could tell he was lying just by the face he put on. And Raku, this entire episode, was concerned about Shu and trying to help him and support him. We had some really nice development between those two, and it wasn't a fan servicey kind of episode where it's mostly focused on Raku and his antics with the girls. This was an amazing episode, and I highly recommend you check out this episode if you haven't. I'm just speechless on how emotional it was. It was emotional in the manga, and it's emotional in the anime. Even though I've read the manga a couple times, and I'll probably rewatch this episode a few times, but no matter how much I see it, it's still pretty emotional. But I am glad, honestly glad, that Raku gave him a push, a literal push, by kicking him off the bench and all that after he stood up, because Shu asked, but he gave him a push, and Shu actually confessed. He doesn't have any regrets now. He got it off his chest, and it's good that he did it, or else he would have had to live through it with ever. He wouldn't want to live with it, but he would have been forced to. So, my hat's off to you, Shu. Way to make an emotional episode. Nisekoi, second season, episode 10, was pretty damn good. So, that'll do it for this review. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more reactions, reviews, vlogs, whatnots. This is Autox Nation, over and out. Be sure to enjoy the video, enjoy your day, enjoy everything in the world. I will see you guys in the next review.